Early one morning while making the rounds, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. I went right home and I went to bed. I stuck that loving 44 beneath my head. Got up next morning and I grabbed that gun. I took a shot of cocaine and away I run. Made a good run, but I ran too slow. They overtook me down in Juarez, Mexico. Laid in the hot joints, taking the pills. Then walked the sheriff from Jericho Hill. He said, Willie Lee, your name is not Jack Brown. You're the dirty hack that shot your woman down. Said, yes, oh yes, my name is Willie Lee. If you got the warrant, just read it to me. Shot her down because she made me slow. I thought I was her daddy, but she had 5 more. Damn. When I was arrested, I was dressed in black. They put me on a train and they took me back. Had no friend for to go my bail. They slapped my dried up cactus in that county jail. Hello everybody, and thank you for coming to my channel. And if you are already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing and welcome back. You know who I am. I am laceymfoutlaw, and today I just wanted to talk about Mars in the 8th house Synastry overlay. Now this is if your Mars falls into your partner's 8th house, or if your partner's Mars falls into your 8th house, or if your Mars falls into their... Did I already say that? I don't know. I just woke up. So it is brought to my attention that I'm shouting her out again, Miss Rissa K. And thank you so much for becoming a patron, darling. I really appreciate that. She was asking, hey, will you, I can't wait till you make your Mars in the 8th house Synastry video. And I wasn't going to do it yet because I was intending on, I still have to make my Mars in the 5th house 18 plus version. And I was going to do Mars in the 7th house next. But, you know, Mars in the 7th house, while I do like it, it does what it needs to do. It's kind of boring, so I'm not going to lie. But it just dawned on me that I actually have experience with Mars in the 8th house Synastry. And, yeah. I didn't realize it until I looked up a Synastry chart that I had with somebody that I knew. And let me tell y'all, and I'm not going to go in any order, I'm just talking shit. Typically I have my notes and stuff, but whatever I don't cover here, I'll cover in the Mars in the 8th house Synastry overlay video, the 18 plus version. But you got to go over to Outlaw Church and become a patron so that way you can watch it, because Mars in the 2nd house and Mars in the 5th house Synastry overlays, the 18 plus versions are already up. Well, Mars in the 5th house 18 plus version will be up tomorrow. Well, anyway, let me tell y'all, you don't want to be, this is something that if you get involved with Mars in the 8th house Synastry, just know that the Mars or the 8th house person, whoever the fuck you are, however you fit into this, they are going to be a monkey on your back for years and years and years and years and years. You don't just get this just because it's just some regular ordinary day and you know your great new love is about to come and walk into your life, and just no, this person changes your life. You change their life. This is not an easy Synastry to have. It's not for the faint of heart. And this can actually do damage to both people. It can bring out the worst in both of you. In fact, I would recommend that if you do not want to be involved with a certain person, especially for years and years. If you're looking for some hit it and quit it type shit, it might start off that way, but it won't end up that way. This will be a very long-lasting situationship. And I say situationship because before it turns into anything committed, I mean seriously, anything committed. You might even think that you're committed. You're not as committed as you think. See, if it's sunshine, rainbows, daisies, and fucking unicorns, that's just the beginning stages, and enjoy it while it lasts, because it's gonna flip. This is the one where you know excuse me, I didn't mean to cough in y'all's ear. You can just feel it with this house, that danger is approaching. In fact, the one thing I told this person that I have the Synastry with, and I've got Pluto, I'm Pluto decked out in my chart. You know, I'm no stranger to Pluto. I'm no stranger to the demon of death. I call him Pluto's daughter, and I feel like I am Pluto's daughter. Even though I'm a Leo, I have so much Pluto in my chart. Anyway, Pluto's daddy. So I just knew when I met this person. I told them after we had a couple of conversations, and I told them I just don't feel safe with you. And I told them, I said, I don't know why, but whenever I'm with you, I feel like I'm in danger. And I usually feel like that about other people. Like, I don't get involved in relationships because I feel like someone else is in danger with me because of how reckless my ass can be. That's why I prefer to stay single. But this Mars Synastry is just so damn addictive. It's so magnetic. I'm telling you, as the Mars person experiencing this, who's experienced this, the Mars person is going to want to keep the house person a secret. It's the house person, and this could be flipped, but from my experience, and it's the Mars person who wants to keep the house person a secret, because the Mars is all about our desires, our ambitions, our actions, and everything like that. And whenever someone's Mars comes into your 8th house, they're looking to place their inhibitions, their actions, their sex drive into your darkness, because this is the house. The 8th house is what we consciously hide about ourselves. It's our secrets, it's our past, it's our debt. You know, it's like whenever you have to, say you have bad credit, right? And you're biting your fingers and nails. You're biting your nails nervously and twitching, and, you know, you can't sit still in the seat when you're at the, you know, car dealership because you want to get a new car. But you just know that they're going to pull up that shit, and they're going to see your credit score, and they're going to see how much you've had bad history in your credit. That's what this is. Your 8th house is your good or bad credit. You know, it's the shit that you don't want people going and digging up. And when someone's Mars is attracted to that side of you, they know there's something about the two of you that are an energetic match. Okay? Especially sexually. Obviously, we've got that going on here. And that's really the basis at first. This person looks exactly like your type with Mars in the 8th house. They look like your sexual type. Like you will be able to unleash your load with this person, pun intended. You better say every prayer that you know before getting involved with this person, because this person can absolutely intend to do you harm. You can have nice synastry everywhere else, very romantic, because we have sweet synastry. Me and the person that I've got this with, we have sweet synastry placements. But the Mars person, I'm telling you, it's one of y'all is going to feel like the other owes you something. And I feel like that's going to be the Mars person. It's going to feel like the 8th house person owes them something, because this is the house of debt as well. And the Mars person is going to even feel entitled to the 8th house person's finances, their body, their subconscious. And let me tell you, the Mars person can absolutely wreck the 8th house person's subconscious. The Mars person is going to push how far the 8th house person, they're going to push how long they can really psychologically torment them until they break. The Mars person wants the 8th house person to bend to their will and to submit, both physically, spiritually, and mentally. I know some people don't want to hear this because it's the hard truth. The 8th house is the hard truth once it comes out. What's always dark comes to the light. This is the shit that you would take to your grave. You know, nobody wants to talk about this. In fact, the Mars person doesn't even want to introduce the 8th house person to their family. And this could be vice versa. Or even if y'all are, say y'all are around friends or something, there's something about the way that you two met that is just so fucking weird. I'll get into the, you know, the real hardcore stuff in the 8th house, Mars in the 8th house 18 plus version, because I'm trying to keep it Pluto light as much as you can do that for YouTube, because I don't want this video to get flagged or some shit. The 8th house person just wants to completely surrender themselves to the Mars person. This is not love. Let me tell you that. I know some people are going to think it is, but it's not. Not this placement. Other placements, if you have Venus here, it's not the same. This is Mars. This is selfish. The 8th house person is attracted to Mars' selfishness. The 8th house person knows that the Mars is selfish. Mars can't help it. It's your fucking Mars. I don't care if there's Neptune on that Mars. I don't care what's on that Mars. Especially if you got Pluto on that Mars and Saturn and the Sun. The Mars person, say they're in a group setting where they're not going to be around friends that the Mars person sees every day. The Mars person is going to introduce the 8th house person to people that they'll never see again. Or if they see them, they don't mind that they see these certain type of people. If they go places, they don't mind if they go to certain type of places. Places that they won't see their church friends or their family members, because they don't want nobody knowing about the 8th house person. And there's a reason for that. There's something that the Mars has shame about, because 8th house is also shame. It's not like the 12th house where the 8th house is what we choose to hide, right? It's the subconscious, whereas the 12th house is like the things that we don't even want to acknowledge to begin with. So it's inevitable to hide shit. Sometimes with the 12th house, you don't even know what you're hiding. It's like way in the back of the unconscious, right? The 8th house is, you know. Oh yeah, you know. There could be, okay, that's also an 18 plus thing. I can't say that. The Mars in the 8th house person, Mars can be very rough with the 8th house person. This can be definitely signify abuse. I mean, I'd be very, very surprised if anybody has had the Synastry and didn't come out with a scratch at least. Because the Mars person gets rough. They handle the 8th house person very rough because they feel that I'll give you a scenario. Say it's the 1950s, right? And the Mars person is an alcoholic. These are your personal demons, is your 8th house. And they've got, the 8th house person is a wife, and the Mars person grew up with a bunch of, the Mars person, their father was abusive, and their mother got slapped around, so that's what the Mars person grew up seeing, and they internalized that. They didn't know what love was, so they have all these issues. Their father beat them and stuff. mother told them that they weren't going to ever be shit. So they went and they got a job and didn't finish high school. So they had to get a lower paying job. But they were able to snag the 8th house person, who is just this beautiful, beautiful being. And the Mars can be sexy too. So they got married, yeah? Well, the Mars person just can't seem to rake in enough dough for the 8th house person. Because there's also a lack of self-worth here. These two people are not operating in their highest self. This is a karmic ass bond to have. You don't just end up in this relationship. Anyway, so the Mars person, still doing this scenario here, the Mars person gets shitted on at work all the time. They feel like they were never supposed to amount to anything. They feel like their potential was squandered. So they're hardcore alcoholics, right? And all the shit that they deal with, their past trauma, their father being abusive to their mother telling them that they ain't shit, and all this other shit, they take home with them. And guess who gets the brunt of that for any little least old thing? The 8th house person. The 8th house person shares the Mars person's demons. The 8th house person is going to have demons of their own. These two people are vibrationally picking up on each other's past traumas and sexualizing it. Because you look at this person, you think, oh, this person understands me. They can share my pain. The shit that I was never able to talk about with anybody else because it's too weird. Like, the 8th house person can hear things from the Mars person that the Mars person just can't share with anybody else. The Mars person can be fucking Superman to everybody else. But with the 8th house person, the Mars person just can't help but share the pain and the trauma that they went through because they feel that the 8th house person can feel them on that level, and that they should actually. The Mars person expects the 8th house person to be psychic. Well, the thing about it is, the 8th house person is such a Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not gonna lie, because this is one of those things where you know that somebody is not good for you, but the 8th house person ain't no victim. You know, because you got to make a choice to be in this shit. Now, however, let me slow my roll there, because there is certain circumstances where you can have a stalker who has their Mars in your 8th house, and they are determined to get you, and they can become violent, and that's a whole different thing. Murders happen with this house. This ain't nothing to fuck with. This ain't a walk in the park. This ain't a day at the beach. This ain't 5th house. This is the 8th house. So you got to be really careful. It takes a certain person to be attracted to this. In fact, it takes somebody who's been through a lot of shit, or is currently going through a lot of shit, or they're having a tower moment in their life. If you know what the tower card is in the tarot deck, it's just nothing but struggle. It's struggle, it's transformation, it's, you know, it's Pluto, it's death. It's the tower card, it's the death card, it's probably the magician card as well. Let's see. The High Priestess card in reverse. Goddamn. This is a karmic bond. I will not say that this is a soulmate bond. No, I won't. I will say that this is a karmic bond. I never experienced no twin flame relationship before, so I don't really know the signs to look for with a twin flame relationship, so I'm not going to talk about that, but I damn fucking sure know the signs of a karmic. And Mars in the 8th house is karmic as fuck. This is something that you know, you've got the option. Do I go in this, or do I walk the fuck away? And if one of y'all is trying to turn y'all's life around for the better, then one of y'all is going to want to walk away. You might even make the choice to walk away. But the thing about this fucking thing is, you got to continue to make the choice, because this person will come back around and find you. The Mars person, see, the thing is, the Mars person wants the house person for themselves, but at the same time, they don't want to be exclusive. There's something that they feel like they'll regret about being with the 8th house person. See, the 8th house person, I'm making them sound a little weak, am I? They're not. The 8th house person can fuck with the Mars person just as much. In fact, the Mars person wants to believe it can conquer the 8th house person, but the 8th house person, all it takes is an infidelity on the count of the 8th house person to send the Mars person into a fucking tizzy. This is how the couples that you hear about, you know, the husband shot their wife or the wife shot their husband. That's this. Because Mars is all about conquering. Mars is telling the 8th house person, you will not be with anybody else. Yeah. You are going to put up with my shit and you're going to like it. This is the person who will beat your ass. And I mean beat the shit out of you. Talk bad to you. You know. And come back and apologize over and over and over again, and the 8th house person will take them back. You know, this is a self-worth placement. Whenever somebody's going through a time where they need to evaluate, why am I letting someone touch my 8th house? Yeah, it's attractive, yeah, it's sexy, but somebody who knows their self-worth, they ain't gonna want to fuck with this. I'm not gonna lie. There's something here. There's attending to wounds, because it seems like the house person wants to heal the Mars person of all their past traumas and hurts and stuff, but you're meeting someone where they are violent. They're Mars. You're meeting someone where they are going to win at all costs, and someone, this is not emotional. This is not Moon in the 8th house, which I feel is equally as dangerous. Venus is a little better to have in the 8th house. Mars, not so much. This is, in my opinion, this is not love. In my opinion, this is not love. This is a heavy, heavy, heavy infatuation. Venus in the 8th house, I will have a private video about that on Patreon. I'm not going to post a Venus in the 8th house Synastry on YouTube. Damn, I just scared myself. Fuck. Yeah, what else can I say about this? Like I said, whatever I don't cover in the Mars in the 8th house Synastry overlay for YouTube, the Mars in the 8th house that I'll do on Patreon, the 18+ version, and it's very graphic, y'all. I just gotta let y'all know that. I'm gonna cover everything else. Matter of fact, I might just make it a long-ass video. Fuck it, I don't care. But, yeah, I just wanted to touch on the Mars in the 8th really quickly. Yeah, the Mars person, I'll say this. There's something about the 8th house person is so damn attractive. And that's what it could be. The Mars person knows that other people could want the 8th house person. The 8th house person can know other people want the Mars person. But there's something about the two of y'all. The Mars person feels disgusted with themselves for having love the 8th house person. It's just a power thing. It's an ego thing. And it's like, if let this be, there's gonna be a reason as to why the Mars person is, why someone is bringing their Mars into someone's 8th house. There's a reason for it. There's a situation here where maybe the Mars person, you could be star-crossed lovers. You could meet at the wrong time in life. You could have always felt like you two were meant to be. You could have always felt like you two were meant to be with each other earlier in life, and that the time is just all fucked. No pun intended. And the Mars person feels bitter about that. Maybe the 8th house person is already married and it's an affair, or the 8th house person already has a life that they have set up with somebody else, or maybe the 8th house person is extremely promiscuous and that threatens the Mars person's security and their ego, and you know, there's a jealousy here. This is not love. And I know people are going to be upset about that because they're like, what the fuck do you mean? No, this right here, this aspect is not an indication of love. It's not. And that's not to say that you can't have good aspects. This is a karmic position. And it really does overshadow the rest. It does. Now, if you can live with absolute contention over years and years and years and years, because that's what this is. It'll take years and years and years and years of contention, and not just regular back and forth bickering couples. This is not that. This is violent. This is, You two stoop to new lows, especially the Mars person stoops to a new low. It's like the Mars person, the 8th house person can never prove enough how much they love the Mars person. They can't prove it enough. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, the Mars person can bust the 8th house person's lip, give them a black eye, cheat on them left and right, call them a whore and all this other shit, and the 8th house person will still come back because this is so magnetic. And let there be other placements that are romantic, but it's not love. The challenge here is for you two to forgive one another, because I'm telling you, one of y'all is going to feel like the other one owes you something. Right from the get-go, it's going to be like, you fucking owe me, you know? And even not speaking in a romantic relationship, this could be like a thing where somebody literally owes you money. They could have stolen from you. This is a murder placement, because this is aggressive. This is Mars. This is getting what I want at all costs, and it's in the house of death. It's not just sex here, people. This is the house of death. It's the 8th house. It's Pluto. This person can send you to your fucking grave. This ain't nothing to fuck with. So, I mean, I know I could talk about all like the gushy things about Mars in the 8th house because it's sexy as fuck. That's what the draw is. It is sexy as fuck, but it's also dangerous. The sex is just what brings you in. Some people can have one-night stands with serial killers with this fucking aspect. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna make that Mars in the 8th house Synastry overlay, the 18 plus version. It's gonna be long as fuck. Oh man, I'm gonna probably break it up into part 1 and part 2, so that way I can easily upload it, because if I make it a whole hour, yeah, that's probably not gonna export so well. So anyways, Mars in the 8th house Synastry overlay, PG-13 version. This has been Lacy motherfucking Outlaw. I'm the fuck out of here. If you want to watch Mars in the 2nd house 18 plus version, it is very, very graphic. So if you're a child, I'm gonna need you to get you really shouldn't have your ass on here either. Please, children, no children on here. Nah, this ain't for that. Go play with your mama. Let your mama watch this video. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I never ever say that. Yeah. Peace out, bitch.